good? What's good? I don't want to put my thing there and then the thing fall down. Come on, y'all. Yeah, that would be a disaster. Trying to set this up. What up? Just trying something out, y'all. Who's all here? Let me see. Who's all here? What up? All right. What y'all want to talk about? What's up, Samantha? How you doing? Where you from? From Vegas? You quick. You from Vegas? That's dope. That's what's up. You quick. You use a mind reader. I was like about to say like where you from? Have you heard of Miles Low? Miles Low music? If you have, let me know. Where my chat go? Everybody just did it just bounce? What's the situation? Okay, no. All right, all live chat. We're gonna show it all. Oh, you visited Vegas? Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this little issue that I got going on with my lives. Something with the chats. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna fix it. All messages are visible. That's what we on right now. What's the word? Anybody checking out that movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan? I got an IPTV box. I may go have to stream it on there, but I might go support it and go see it at the movie theater. There's a bunch of people talking about they in LA or they coming to LA. Come visit me. You got to check in with me. I'm the new king. I'm the new check-in. Now let me shut up. I ain't trying to catch a rolling 60s Rico. I'm like, yeah, if you from LA and you visiting LA, you a podcaster, you a blogger, and you visiting LA, you got to come check in. They gonna clip that and get that to the feds, like I'm actually somebody that got authority around here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, we on the Shaw above the law. Yeah. What's that? I look strong. I'm sorry. What are you saying? Y'all look strong. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try. I'm out here chopping up with my cousin. I got my little bullshit ass gym membership that I need to start going to, but he got a proper gym, and I'm about to start going to his. See, I can commend my other account, but it's still blocked. You beefing, mate? No, we're not. Are we beefing? No, of course not. That's Nick. Nick, no, I don't know what's going on with this chat stuff, but I'm about to break it all down because I think something's going on in the background with YouTube. I don't know. There's something crazy going on, but I'm gonna get down to it. You know what I'm saying? Only person I'm beefing with, they knew who they are. I said it on my last live. I ain't even got beef with that person. There's nothing, no beef. They got beef. I got Mad Cow Burger that'll fuck up your insides and bleed out your rectum. Y'all ain't gotta like me, but respect them. All right. What's the word? It's Saturday. At least on West Coast time, sun's going down. You know. You say you agree it's iffy. YouTube tripping. Yeah, YouTube. Well, somebody did something to this account. please y'all hit the like button and y'all subscribe because, oh, you're a day ahead of us. But yeah, y'all hit the like button and y'all subscribe because what I'm doing is I need to get to my threshold so I can go holler at the people at YouTube. You know, yeah, yeah. I said let me do a live from the location of where I grew up, part of the area where I grew up. I'm working on a documentary about the LA riots. I have never before seen footage of what happened during the riots and what happened after 33 years ago. And no, this ain't no Masonic toss out or nothing like that. I just happened to do this 33 years ago. I actually was working on it 3 years ago, and I had to pause. So I have footage of Karen Bass talking about the LA riots before she became the mayor. You know, of course, I got the OG Tavis Smiley. He's talking about it. I got Dominique DeCrema talking about it. I'm about to just piece this all up and make this a thing. Like, it's not gonna be super long. I'm gonna put it in some film festivals. Why does Reginald Denny deserve an apology? Reginald Denny, he was just wrong place, wrong time. You know, look, Emmett Till deserves an apology. Actually, Emmett Till deserves his own. He deserves life. He should be breathing, or he should have been breathing. You say 7 p.m. where you at? Oh, well, it ain't 7 p.m. where I'm at. Yeah, the whole thing about that Reginald Denny thing, though, no offense, but, I mean, he was just working. And it's kind of like, you know, he, wrong place, wrong time. That's what's up. What's up, what was you? I guess you got some international people. What's up, my G? How you say your name's, Sarayan? All right. Tima, how you doing? Kicking it with Auntie Leah. I gotta visit your channel. If you ever want a feature, you already know. Just send me the link. What's up, Archangel Michael? I got the family in the house. People's popping in. I'm just checking in because I kind of wanted to test something out. I appreciate everybody who checked out my last live this week with Wolf, this week in the West with Wolf. And here I am. But no, I was just saying I have a documentary that I'm putting together. Yeah, I'll come through tomorrow. Don't trip. I got to go visit the baby girl, but yeah, I'll come through tomorrow. Just let me know what time. But yeah, the documentary I'm working on, about 29 years ago, I'm sorry, 33 years ago, this whole, if you could see back there, smoke. It was smoke. Archangel Michael, you ain't gotta apologize, bro. I see what you're doing to handle the kids, take care of the kids. It's all good, you know. But no, just again, this is just, you know, just saying hi to y'all. Where am I? I am in Los Angeles. Right here, 63rd and Crenshaw. Right? And I'm wearing the wrong colors. But I don't care. They ain't nobody checking me. This is the first time in my life I wore this much red. I grew up in this area, and you just didn't wear red. Well, there were cats who did wear red coming down Crenshaw, but they were Crenshaw Mafia. You know, Mystery Man. Is that Mystery Man? That one the one oh no, that Mystery Man is somebody else. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about with that whole that joke, because that ain't even funny. Oh yeah, you said you remember Colors? I remember Colors when it first came out. Rest in peace to Nardo. He was like my cousin. He's an OG from this neighborhood, and he when that song came out, he had his little little nappy ass fro, and then when that song came out, he went and got his little twisties or whatever, and you know, my pants are sagging, braided hair, suckless kid, but I don't. He thought he was it. I swear to God. Mystery man. Oh, okay. You sit over here. You a troll. Your mama love my wide neck though. That's kind of how I look at it. Get your bitch ass out of here. Yeah. Colors though, for real. So this neighborhood is Rolling 60s, and then you had Crenshaw Mafia. So I don't even know where Crenshaw Mafia hood was, but I just know down Crenshaw is where Crenshaw Mafia used to be all up and down here. But 60 hood is like from, let's say, Florence, which is there all the way to, let's say, like Vernon, Lamert Park, right? Let me give y'all something though. This is real intimate. You see this little place right here? It's a laundromat now, but it used to be All Star Liquor. It used to be a liquor store back in the 80s and 90s. I think even up to the early 2000s. My stepbrother and this dude I went to junior high with. I grew up with him. We grew up together. Grew up around here. But my stepbrother and he were just out here antagonizing a bunch of Bloods, just being real. Just they were doing their thing. And this when was this? This had to been, I think, right when I got into high school, maybe like 94, 95, something like that. So my stepbrother and him, right over there, you see this little right here, antagonizing it was a Sunday night, I believe. So everybody was on the Shaw, regular people, Crenshaw Mafia people, 60, everybody, 40s, everybody, right? It's funny, I can talk these gang stories because I was here, and I'm not snitching on nobody. I'm just saying some real shit that happened. That used to be All Star Liquor. My brother and my buddy were antagonizing a bunch of Bloods, and I think something happened where they threw something at a car because some fools came by throwing up, the beat. You know what I'm saying? Right down here. They had to happen like right over here, and then I think the dude I went to high school with, junior high with, he threw something. They threw something up. He threw something at him. They kept going, and my brother saw, all these fools are circling back. He was like, hey man, no, we gotta bounce. He bounced. They was like, come on, let's go. And the dude who threw something, and in all honesty, I think he was just going through like a lot, because I remember kicking it with him like maybe that season before, and he was kind of just mentally he was going through a lot. A lot of people in his family passed away. Getting unalived. It was sad for him, and he was like, I'm not running. So my brother, he dipped out because he was like, oh, these fools, they ain't playing. Like, he knew what it was. Y'all remember Boys in the Hood, right? They filmed Boys in the Hood not too far from here. But Boys in the Hood was like kind of like some real story time-ish with Eazy-E. Said it was like a Saturday afternoon special with Cousin. Eazy-E was a fool. Rest in peace, Eazy-E. The funny thing is the dude that was riding in that red Hyundai, that was supposed to be an Eazy-E. That was like a depiction of Eazy-E. No, yeah, they were antagonized. They used to just come out here and just cause havoc. But they were younger. Like, they were older than me, but, well, the dude who actually, let me tell you a story. He's around my age and grew up with him as a little kid when I first over here, saw him come into the gang life and all that or whatever. And, antagonizing the F out of these Bloods. Bloods come back. Circle back, they got up to maybe about Hyde Park, came back, and my brother was like, no, let's dip. We out of it. They're coming. You already know what they got. They got them things. Let's go. Dipped off. He dipped off. The young son, he's like, man, I ain't running. And he walked. He walked to that All-Star Liquor. And he just walked. And he ended up in the back. Like, he pretty much got to the parking lot in the back of that liquor store. And they got out and gunned him down. Somebody I grew up with, real talk. Got him in my yearbook when I went to Overwrite. Like, we grew up together. And they unalived him right there. He was like he was done. He was like, I ain't running from nobody. And he just you know, he took off. And he didn't take off. He was walking. And they unalived him right there. So much history has gone on up and down the strip that I can kind of, you know, uh, relay. When I was a badass little kid, I was like in the 4th grade. This right across the street from me wasn't what it was. It wasn't no apartments. It was like a factory. And I remember one summer, you know, we didn't have no school. The same little, my stepbrother, but we were younger. We were taggers. We was tag. There was a lot of taggers. It was NNT. It was NBT. It was KWS. There was so many crews. But those taggers eventually became gang members. But, you know, because you couldn't tag, like if you were, and Nardo had, what he started, TCB. I think he started that tagging crew. But that was like a lightweight little gang banging little clique too. But they were officially taggers, but they were with their dickies and all that, whatever. But before all that was really popping, we were just, you know, going around, you know, with the bus come, we hit it up, you know, just doing bad shit. And before this was a apartment complex, this was a building. We had to be like right over here. We had to be right over here when the police rolled up. Now that factory, it was just a factory, and it was a big parking lot, and you can hop the gate and be on 11th Ave. So I would run with them because we saw the police. We all ran, and we knew which gate to hit. And that's the part thing about being a youngster in LA. You got to know how to hit gates. You got to know how to hop over backyards. You got to know how to climb trees. It was crazy. I mean, climbing trees was just out of just being a kid. Orange, because there's a lot of orange. There used to be a lot of orange groves, a lot of orange trees around here. And you got to know how to hit a fence. And everybody hit it. Like it was like me. It was my stepbrother. It was Alex. May he rest in peace. I don't know if Junior was there. It was a bunch of us. Everybody hit the fence. Went on 11th Ave. The police wasn't finna hit the fence. I decided with my 9-year-old badass to duck and hide. I'm like, they ain't gonna find me. They got me. And I didn't say nothing. I just was like, you know, and I lived around the corner on 10th Ave, and they were like, where you live? I told them. I live on 6221 10th Ave, right over there. That's official. Y'all know 10th Ave on this side is one thing. For them, they had 10th Ave on that side. So, but I grew up over there. The police took me to my mom. It was probably like 11, 12 o'clock at night. My mom was like, we thought this boy was playing in the back, because we had a back part and we had like a quad area. It was like, we thought this boy was here. And I swear to God, I was gonna get a whooping, but my mom just was like, you know, like basically just scolded me out. My stepdad scolded me, and that was it. I didn't get a whooping or nothing, but I didn't do nothing. I basically was just with my brother and his friends, and we were doing some, you know, some bad boys, some bad ish. What's up, Nix? Blessing from the UK. Peace. We live on Crenshaw Boulevard, and I'm giving you some stories from the West Side. We're gonna call these West Side stories. And that's a true story, though, for real. I was about 9 years old, and the police kind of just, they just took me home. Well, I wasn't far. And I think at the time, like now, could they have said, oh, well, you know, child abuse? And no, because it wasn't child abuse or nothing. They just were like, oh, we thought he was playing, because I was playing initially, and then I just ventured off. First time my mama really... It was a broom like this. I was probably like 10 years old, and stayed right here on 63rd and Crenshaw. I went again with my brother, my stepbrother. Everything is around my stepbrother. We walked. How many of y'all know LA? Put a 1 if you know LA. Like if you've been to LA and you know how vast and how wide LA is. Because LA is big. Been to New York. New York is big, but it's up tall. I'm talking about Manhattan. And LA, I mean, New York is spread out too, but LA is just like spread out. So I know my way from like Bakersfield, which is a couple hundred miles that way, all the way to San Diego. I can walk from there to there and know how to get there without the freeway. But anyway, I said, is anybody saying anything? I was just saying put a 1 in the chat if you know how big LA is. I was basically saying I had went with my stepbrother, and he just decided we're gonna go on an adventure. And we went to his cousin's house, and that fool stayed all the way on 107th and Hoover. I'm 10 years old. We walked from right here, 63rd and Crenshaw, to 107th and Hoover. And no buses were, we got there, got to the point it was real late, like 2 a.m. No buses was running because we could get on the bus pretty much for free. No buses was running. I had to stay there until like 6, 7 a.m. when the buses were running. And then we got on the bus back home. And I probably got home like 9, 10 in the morning. My mom was freaking out, and she met me with a broom and beat the living crap out of me. I deserved it. I barely got beat like that, but I deserved it. Oh, another funny thing. Let me tell you something. Right there was a black woman. She had, like, she was a black woman. Her name was May. She had May's Motel. And she had a soul food place, right? So right there, so right here, right next to it was May's Motel in the back, and then she had the restaurant right here. And she was an older woman back then, but she was probably around back in the 40s and 50s, and she just made her bread off of Central Avenue, and then set up shop over here. And then all the famous celebrities, she had the best soul food. All the famous celebrities would come over here. And Little Richard, I used to see Little Richard. Little Richard used to pull up with the limo. This is like the mid 80s, late 80s. He'd pull up. One time, my mom and my stepdad were at the market, and they saw Little Richard, and my mom introduced herself like, "Oh, hey, Little Richard, oh, it's Little Richard." And Little Richard was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And then he saw my stepdad and was like, "Ooh, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, shit." Little Richard. Little Richard. Speaking of Little Richard, I linked up with my folks. I'm finna make that call. Remember I told y'all I got somebody who used to play with David Bowie, and he got pictures, and I'm gonna interview him. Because I mentioned Little Richard because David Bowie is tied to Little Richard. Y'all gotta do the history on that. But yeah, I'm gonna interview this guy. He's older cat, and he got stories. And he's talking about David Bowie and also John Lennon. Something about John Lennon. You know what I'm saying? They say LA is monster metropolis, metropolitan area, Perth, nowhere near the amount. What do you say, LA what? Oh, what? Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. What's going on? LA has got as much in as a city as we do in the country. Yeah, I bet. Then out there in Australia. That's where you're at, right? Perth? It's Australia. All right, I know I ain't finna take up everybody's time. I just wanted to tell a couple of little Westside stories. You know, stories straight from the Westside, you know what I'm saying? Susan, spill your tea to me. Why? Where am I at? You gonna come see me? I'm gonna be in Leimert Park in a minute. That's why I'm near Leimert Park. Yeah, you got 2 million in the whole state. Yeah, so we got 2 million just from here to Western. Between Normandy and Western, we call this here 20 twin ninja. Say you over in you in Australia too. Yeah, Mount Nick. Yeah. No, I got a whole bunch of stories. It's like this is where I grew up. So Compton stories. I was mainly in the house. I didn't get outside when we were in Compton. But out here, I got the stories for you. Can you get a wrench? I don't know. Can you? Oh yeah, you can get a wrench. There's an AutoZone. If you're in South Carolina, I'm sure there's an AutoZone you can go get a wrench from. I'm sorry, Susan. I don't know you. Are you a member? You got to become a member or something. You got to start checking in, like, you know. Archangel Michael, he's been around for a minute. That's the homie. Nick is as well. I will fix that whole situation for you, Nick. And you know, we'll go from there. But that's it. Just punching the clock, 25 minutes. Appreciate y'all. Again, don't want nothing, but share and subscribe and do your thing, because you know, you'll get more commentary of like this. of this nature, telling you some Westside stories. All right. Yeah, y'all, please subscribe, share, like, check out the rest of the content. Check out my documentary, Set in the West. You want to hear some real stories? There's a lot of real stories there. All right, Nick. All right, Susan. Everybody, peace.